I want to start off by saying, um, I don't really, I'm not familiar with her content. I'm familiar with who she is. Like, I think she's a pretty girl, but I don't really know the ins and outs. So, like, comment, subscribe, have that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Yes, we are back in the trap. We are back in the trap. Like, it is what it is. But I just want to say this. I don't know why so many people have an issue with her divorcing her husband. Um, Seeing some of her content, I can tell she's just into like, very dark skinned black women, things of that nature. So since having her baby, maybe she realized something about her husband. I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like this is she problematic? Because, excuse me, I've never seen her say or do things problematic. Like, to me, I feel like she did it the right way. She dated this man, she got married, she had a baby. By the patriarchal standards, she did everything right. Now she's filing for divorce. I don't know why y'all want women to stick in situations that are no longer suiting them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes you outgrow people. She's still in her 20s, so I don't understand the issue. I don't know. But I will say this. If she filed for divorce, kudos to her. Like, what is the issue? Because I don't understand. Was she out here telling y'all not to marry black men or something? Because I had a comment from the Paris Milan video, and Paris Milan was very, don't marry black men this, black men that, and she married a black man, and then now her content is not as popping as it used to be. I don't know. That's just from my lens point. Again, I'm in the international waters. So what the hell do I know? This is what I do know. I think she's a pretty girl. I think her topics align with her, like, what she feels, her faith and all this stuff. And maybe because I've grown so much since I've been here, her filing for a divorce, okay, she could go get another man. Like, what's the problem? Or a woman. Like, I don't know. Like, was he a whore? Like, what is like what do y'all want me to talk about? And, and this is why I be so confused. And as the content creator, certain people say problematic things. I give my opinion, then y'all want to fight me. Or y'all want me to be in some trivial beef. Like, Eloho is not on my radar at all. Like, when she got married, I was happy for her. When she was did the pregnancy reveal, I was happy for her, right? I don't watch her content. So again, I don't know. But I will say this. Marriage is a tool that's beneficial to both parties. And if it's not still beneficial to both parties, go ahead and nip that in the bud. I need women to be more focused on being their most true, authentic selves, especially in this type of society, especially with how the world is changing, the trajectory of the world. We're supposed to be about evolution. And I know I talk about the mess and the trauma and all that, but when it comes to doing what's best for you, I'm here for it, even if I don't agree, because I'm grown enough to understand that. As somebody who's dated men, seen the best of men and the worst of men, right? I do know when you have a baby, things change. Things change. The dynamics change. Your priorities are different. You now have to foster an environment where the child can be actively in a loving environment. And if the child is not in a loving environment, hello, look around. That's how we get some of these problematic people. I just did a whole video about Russell Brand talking about he had a consensual relationship with a 16-year-old. And y'all not giving that no type of play. But y'all want to talk about the mess. So let's talk about it, shall we? A lot of men are not ready to be married. A lot of men are not marriage minded. A lot of men don't understand family. A lot of men don't understand unity. Now, we could talk about the women, but I don't date women. I don't know if Eloho is into the women. So we're focused on the men. Until men do their part, because if you haven't noticed, there's been a plethora of men taking out their wives, their girlfriends, their baby mamas, their exes, and the children. I'm never going to be upset when a woman chooses herself. From the outside looking in, Eloho seems like an amazing woman. She could be trash behind the scenes, but I don't know that. What I do know is this. In 2026, in 2026, they just started teaching young boys at a very young age about proper consent. There's grown women telling y'all that men's minds don't develop until they're 25, but somehow it's okay for them to be with children. If the man mind don't develop at 20 until 25 and so on and so forth, then excuse me, come again. These are the same people who are mad Brandy spoke about how a man, because I read her book, amazing book, y'all should read it, how a man took advantage of her because she simply was making money. Because she simply was making money. But because y'all care about boys to men so much, y'all hate when women tell the truth. And that's why I said, in this village, in this time where we're developing tribes and things of that such, there's a lot of y'all who need to go heal. You need to go heal. You really need to go figure out what about what this person is doing is triggering you down to your core fiber. Because I didn't see it trending. I happened to see that it says I'm getting a divorce, and I was like, didn't she just get married? And it was in my mind and out. And as soon as I scrolled to watch Prettiest Political, I'm just telling y'all the truth. So again, when we talk about marriage, when we talk about something that means you have to partner with another person, is that person carrying their weight as a partner? Y'all just want people to be married just to be married. Absolutely not. There's shit going on right now. Like insurance is high, gas is high, they poison the food, they're destroying the water. The planet is literally erupting. There's a whole ecosystem that's about to collapse. And y'all want people to be miserable in their life? I'm happy she told y'all she's getting a divorce. I'm happy she told y'all that. I'm happy her with such a big following, her such a large subscriber base, and the women she's around. I'm happy she's like, look, it it ain't it. And I don't know if she said anything bad about him, but I've seen things that could be rumors. I don't know. I'm not going to bring the speculate here because, she is not a celebrity. She's a content creator, right? Granted, that's what we sign up for. We sign up for the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. But it's just crazy. I just did a video about authentication of black and brown girls. It's identification of children, period. Because the white girls go through it too. Some of them just get told, hey, this is your future. Like, if we really peel the onion back, a lot of these parents are pimping their daughters out. Case in point with the David situation and Celeste. Celeste's family talking about we did movie nights every Friday. How you doing movie nights with the runaway every Friday? How you doing movie nights with the daughter who was at college parties on tour with a man and she was 14? Make it make sense. Like, the math don't be mathing enough, and y'all just be buying into the sympathy and stuff. Hence why I will continue to say we have to start telling our daughters, because the men will do it regardless. It's built in them. If you're not being fulfilled, you're not getting what you need, it might be time for a new beginning. I'm not going to tell y'all to sit there and pray the pain away, because sometimes it's more than just praying the pain away. Sometimes you have to leave, or else you're going to be in a situation with a Tina Campbell sitting there standing beside a man. She said, what, 15 years ago, he don't love me because he's a cheater, and her family pressured her to stay. And then he had the audacity to file for divorce when we didn't even know they were separated because he wanted to get one more gut check at her. Like, shout out to the girls choosing them. Okay, I'm all for the family, but we have to stop telling women to stay when there's nothing left to stay for. Because the kid, if some of y'all chose yourselves, if some of your mothers chose themselves, some of y'all would have been better off. Y'all would have been in better situations. Sometimes you have to leave the man to elevate. Sometimes that's all you were supposed to get was the child and move on. I know that sounds crazy, but the work I've been doing, the things I've been seeing, the women I've been surrounding myself with, not everybody is marriage material. Our babies. Ooh. CW always being here clocking in. So if she decided to choose herself, I'm always going to be for the woman choosing herself. If a woman decides to stay, I'm always going to be for the woman staying, right? Until they come out and say something that does not align with they've been saying before, we can drag and tag. That's the name of the game. Name of the game. But we don't know what went on because people take their pretty pictures, they post their videos, and they be in hell. The lieutenant governor in Virginia, he hated his wife so much so he took her life. He could have just simply left. Left. And you have people like Roland Martin out here making excuses, talking about black men's mental health. Like, child, please. Y'all be having mental issues until it's time to stand up for something. Be mentally unsound when you're being oppressed. We take it too far. So shout out to the women choosing themselves. I can't even get mad at it. Unless preaching one thing and doing another, I don't know. Again, I don't follow her content. I'm probably her demographic. I'm just not into it. I support the girls even if I'm not the demographic. We're not monolith. So if we're not monolith, let people do what they want to do. This is why so many of y'all are Clarissa Shields than you are with Remy Ma and Pat Poose. Because honestly, Clarissa can wake up today and go marry somebody else tomorrow. And Remy and Pat Poose will still be in the situation they're in today. I'm just telling you what I see. Okay. Okay. Y'all are mad at other people because y'all want them to be a certain point in their life. He is the child, technically, right? Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Money reside. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, doctor. It says to be selfish, center yourself, plain, definitely true. And that's on Tina. And I'm over these celebs being lumped into all black women. On Tina, God bless her. Exactly. Exactly. I think y'all have not, or y'all don't really have people who are married or marriage minded. So you don't understand when it's time to just pick up and go. Not everybody is long haul. Like, you're supposed to get what you need to get and go. That's what life is about. We can't talk about evolution and then we're scared when we're starting to evolve and the other person is not evolved. You don't want to leave. Look, it's give and take. Maybe he wasn't giving and taking, or maybe she wasn't giving and taking. That's why I don't have a problem. That's why y'all are out here mad because Ralph from Real Housewives of Atlanta is treating Drew the way he is because she's a liar. Y'all have to understand, y'all don't know these people in real life. Y'all don't know that unless y'all be at their house eating their popcorn, they giving you Bible scriptures every day. Y'all talking on the phone. You don't know these people. I don't know Eloho. I know she's a beautiful black woman. She's a mother. She's a creator. She created an ecosystem and it worked. I know that man. And shout out to her for not making him a part of her brand and her image. Maybe y'all can learn something from that. Maybe y'all can learn, I have my life, he has his life, and we cut in the middle. When people stop meeting you in the middle, you just gotta cut sling load, baby. It gotta go. You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. And let's not add, if not beneficial to your livelihood. Like, we don't know what was going on over there. And from the video I saw where she her little Q&A on Instagram, she's very upbeat. It could be a lie. I don't know. But she seems sad. She said, y'all think I filed for divorce today? Mm, everything I need to know. I think the only way is actually to be single until you really meet your equally yoked. I mean, I feel like that's good advice, but that doesn't include the human factor. That doesn't include the human factor. People naturally like to be around other people. There's only a small diaspora of people who like to be alone, who don't need nobody, right? Shout out to those people. But everybody else, you need a community. Maybe she thought he was her community until she didn't. So many other gender wars who gets their plate first, y'all. I get my plate first. If I cook the food, make your own damn plate. The fuck? Okay. Do whatever's best for you. I think that's what people need to understand. And that was one of the biggest things I took from Sex and the City. I know I'm a huge Sex and the City fan. Even though Carrie used to get on my nerves, I was happy she said, you know, a little tradition with which your own rules are. Okay? With your own rules, because so many people feel like you should have this, this, and this because you view them in a certain way. But that's not how they view for themselves. That's not the plan for their lives. Maybe she was just supposed to be there to get the baby with that man. Maybe. I don't know. Y'all be so quick that I can't let him go. There's billions of people in the world. Why are y'all focused on the one? Why are you focused on the one? I told y'all. I don't ever say I run a strict program, but the moment I don't like something, I'm out. I'm out because I have the luxury to do so. There's women who don't even have the luxury to do so. There's women who can't even tell you what their opinion is. Baby, I never want to be a part of that society. Ralph got over on Drew. Drew was groomed to put all her trust into her husband. He had her sign docs that paid him more money than her for her own work. Child. And that's because she's a dummy. And I hate to say that too, calling women dumb, but she's too big and grown to just put her trust in somebody. You're supposed to put your trust in yourself. Did y'all not listen to Kaya? Did y'all not listen to Kaya? Like, the moment women start to center themselves, you will see if you have a man. You will see if you have a man. I'm just telling y'all the truth. The moment you start loving you more than you love them, you will see if you have a man on your arm or you have an op. And a lot of y'all don't want to do that. A lot of y'all don't want to do that because your mama, your daddy, and all these other people who, if today said this man is doing X, Y, and Z to me, they not going to do nothing but give you some prayer. Please. Please. That's why so many women are turning up having to be married now. Y'all better start putting yourself first. Shout out to I am Eloho. Your soon-to-be ex-husband could be a wonderful man, sister, but he's probably not the wonderful man for you. He's probably a good man for somebody else, and y'all have to understand that too. Y'all gotta stop thinking y'all own people. We don't own nobody. We're just vessels. Be the vessel. Be the light for someone. She has a child to look after. She needs to pour her nourishment into him, make sure she's a good woman, and make sure she is raising a proper male, because there's too many improper ones out here. Like, child, please. I don't give a damn if she's filing for divorce. Maybe if some of y'all filed for divorce for some of these trash men, some of y'all would be breathing now. And I know that's hard to hear, but let's call a spade because it's not women actively taking their husbands out left and right. Those women who do that, they are anomalies. You understand? Anomalies. There's a reason why the women were burning their bras in the streets, but y'all don't understand that because y'all want to listen to these conservative hoes who aren't conservative at all. They out here doing all types of non-traditional, non-religious things. I mean, look around. Look at them. Look at what they doing. Their husbands out here wearing breastplates. Their husbands out here doing the bending. They doing the tapping in the bathroom. Embarrassing them. Embarrassing them. Just embarrassments. And y'all like, oh, because he has a man. Y'all better get out of that old school grandma ideology. Your grandma was over there telling you to go be somebody and y'all want to be a wife. There's nothing wrong with being a wife, but come on now. Did your granny tell you just go be a wife? I don't think so. I had two grannies, one that used to raise hell and one who used to pray for the hell, right? And both of them said, go be great. Only go be with a man who's going to treat you real good. Maybe he wasn't treating her good. Like, I don't know. Or maybe they just grew apart. Y'all act like people don't grow apart. Babies change everything. Your hormones change. If your hormones is changing, your body changes. You think the relationship is not going to change? That's why people tell y'all not to have kids. I'm just telling y'all. I don't know. It's crazy. So, kudos to her. I hope her mental health is up. I know people are probably going to eat it up. Maybe she was out here talking about don't marry the black man or something. I don't know. I don't know, but that was a lucrative thing to do on the internet. You see, the gender wars is, there's no more money in that. There's no more money in that. People don't have time to fight with somebody when gas is $5. when you gotta choose if you're gonna get your baby some milk or some medicine. The girls is out here showing out how to get money selling your feet pics, baby. It's getting wild. Eh, build the life you want. Build the life you dream. Pray about it. And if you feel bad about it, you're still young. You're still young. I've lived many lives. Like, come on now. I've lived many lives. And in these many lives, I never had a male centered in my life. I said if a man want to be over here, he need to get with the program or he can get out my way. Like, it's very simple. It's very simple. These men tell y'all all the time, they be fat, they be ugly, they be disgusting, no health care, no nothing. All they do is make money and they get the women they want. You know why? Because they have boundaries. They have standards. Get you some standards. Y'all need to start acting like Biggie in the 90s. Act like Biggie in the 90s. I'm telling y'all the truth. Because let's be very clear. Biggie and Tupac had women. Hello. Hello. Biggie and Tupac had women. A plethora. Elon Musk still gets women. And he's a whole baby making machine. He ain't being a father to them kids. Them kids already came out here and said that. Do you think that's stopping the women? So that's what I'm telling y'all. Choose yourself. I told y'all, if y'all not choosing yourself first, you will always be last. You will always be last. Always. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. But anyways, shout out to the girls who are married and shout out to the divorcees, okay? Because to me, I feel they both winning. They both winning. Do you think if Nara Smith was suffering, she would still be with that man and she curated a whole life for herself? Child, please. She got with a man who validates her. Y'all need to get with men who validate you and y'all are equally yoked. Equal partnership. But what do I know? What do I know? But anyways, I just had to come do this real quick. Yes, we back in the penitentiary. Free me until it's backwards. Anyways, y'all, comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, host.